Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to ask you all to go ahead and drop a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you like what you see, hit the notification bell and you'll be notified the next time a video drops. In the last episode, we were able to get through the month of July. We hit up the All-Star game. We did the second half. We did a long play with Garrett Christian on the mound against Cleveland. We lost 3-2. Not a bad game by any means, but would definitely like to get a win there, especially since we're only 9 games back off of first place. We are 8 games back off the wild card, so we really need to have a good push. We made a trade for Luzardo, and that is actually who we're going to cover in this game. He is our newest addition, so we're going to go ahead and play with him. Without further ado, let's get right into it. And here we are in the game today. Jesus actually has already pitched 1 game for us, but he didn't do so well. We wanted to get through the end of the month, so I didn't go ahead and do another long play in the last episode. So we're going to give him his own highlight in this one. And we'll try to, I don't know if we'll get through the end of the month. We'll definitely try to get a lot of moments in before the end of the video. And we'll take a look at some of the awards. I mentioned a couple episodes ago that Colson Montgomery is in the lead for the Rookie of the Year. He's only batting 231 right now, so does he stay in the lead? Who knows? We'll have to see. I haven't. Sorry for that. I had my alarm on, and it just went off in your all's ear, I'm sure. I'll probably cut it, but Rookie of the Year award, Colson Montgomery is in the lead for that, or was in the lead for that. We'll have to check in on him. He's batting only 231 right now, so I'll be very surprised if he stays in the lead, because that's just... If he's in the lead of the Rookie of the Year award at 231, I mean, we need to have a discussion about how good the American League is going to be in a few years. Last year, Wyatt Langford actually won, and he's actually on the trade block. He's a 90 overall. They actually did very good on him. He is killing it. Actually, Colson Montgomery has improved to 75, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning for Jesus Luzardo as we get through the first. But Colson Montgomery's already at 75 overall, so if he can improve up to like 80s or something by next year, we'll have a really, really good shortstop, and I'm super excited for that. And here's our lineup for today. You have Dominic Fletcher, Teoscar Hernandez. It's pretty similar to everything I'm not even going to go through, but look at those averages. Gleyber Torres at 320. Eloy Jimenez at 291. Robert has picked it up just a hair. He was batting under 200 for, the first quarter of the season. Now he's around 230. Would still love to see him get to at least 250, if not 270, 280 areas. That was an insane slurve. It looked like it was going to be 3 inches inside and then curves right in to the zone. That'll be a ground up. We do have Gleyber Torres up. Like I said, batting 320 this year. Very, very good. I'm not sure what his slugging is. I can't see it. We don't have that on our big board. I do like the Mets. We played a moment of the Mets last episode. I really do like their scoreboard. It tells you like basically everything you know about a player. Oh, why do I swing at that? What am I doing? That slurve is actually kind of crazy. There's a lot of movement on it. As Bo Bichette, pretty scary. He's batting 314 this year, so he's obviously having a good year too. I'm not sure. I think he has a lot of home runs, but who knows? If we get a strikeout right down the middle, blow it by, just overpowered at the plate. Jesus Luzardo is off to a great start so far. And I'm not upset at all. I jinxed it 100%. Good job. 110 off the bat. Fastball. Down the middle mostly. Yep, down the middle. Takes it yard. That's a 1-0 ball game. Blue Jays. It's kind of what happened in the last long play we did with Crochet, is that he only gave up 4 hits. So we get another strikeout here as we make up for our home run just a hair. But he pitched pretty good, only gave up 4 hits, but then 2 of them were home runs and 1 was a RBI double. So hopefully we don't recreate that here. The pop out should get us out of this inning, or fly out. And we are lagging once again. I think it has something to do with the internet connection. I will be right back. Yeah, I have no idea why I lag so much. I've turned every single setting down. I mean, I'm playing on 1080p for goodness sake with 60 frames per second. Sweet check swing there, but I don't know what else I can do. I mean, that's the lowest settings I can go without going, you know, like 720p. I don't even know if I can go 720p on this as we ground out there to shortstop. Robert Jr. is just, I know it's timing, but look at that, good timing. Sinker in the middle of the zone, just not able to produce anything. But I don't know what else we can do. I've looked and I've not seen anything about it, and it's just super, super interesting. I think I full-heartedly believe it has something to do with the internet, because every time I put it to sleep and bring it back on, it disconnects from the internet. It seems to do perfectly fine. So we get a walk here with Eloy Jimenez, and that will increase his on-base percentage. I would like to see what his on-base percentage is. At batting 291, it has to be higher than that, right? Oh, as Danny Jansen gets an absolute beautiful pitch to swing at, but takes it foul just a little early on it. And that's unfortunate for us. And that good sinker blows it right by him. Jose Barrios has a ton of movement on his pitches, and that is not going to be working in our favor at whatsoever. Especially with that sinker too. He's going to be trying to stay on the ground a lot today. So we're definitely going to have to capitalize on any of his mistakes that he's going to make. But honestly, looking at it right now, it doesn't look like he's going to make very many. And that was a circle change. Should have stayed back on that one. Definitely got ahead of ourselves. We got another ground out here. That'll be out number 3. Ooh, not out number 3. Vladdy Guerrero over there drops it, and that is an E5 as Colson Montgomery gets a chance with 2 on. Runner in scoring position, not runners. Like I said, he's batting 231. I think he was batting closer to like 250 when we took a look last time when he was in the lead of the Rookie of the Year ladder. That'll be a little soft ground out to first base. And he's not going to make the same mistake twice, and he will get the out there. So we go back to the top of the 3rd. As Bader gets a freaking ball that barely drops fair. That'll be a stand-up double. So they get a leadoff runner here in the 3rd. And we are working behind already. That ground out should get us out, but the runner does move up to 3rd, so we are in some sticky situations. Definitely need to work out of this one if we want to keep the score to a limit. We're going to need to keep that score as low as possible, because we are not going to have much run support. Oh, Fletcher. No, and Fletcher's not going to get to it, and that will be a little blooper to score 1, and that'll be a 2-0 ball game. Man, we get killed by bloopers so freaking often. We've had, I mean, there was one game where it was like six bloopers. That game still frustrates me so much. It was just like every single time we'd have something going for us, just bloop it. And it's just like, geez Louise. As we are not able to pick it up there at the pitcher's mound, we fumble around with it, but we do pick it up and get the out at first. No double play, which is unfortunate, especially since we have Vladimir Guerrero up to bat. But unfortunate for us, or unfortunate for him, fortunate for us, he grounds out to shortstop as IKF gets one across for the Blue Jays. I'm very surprised they signed that contract with him. I think he's making like $15 million over 2 years for a player that's not very productive, which I can't say anything. We paid freaking, the White Sox paid Andrew Benintendi like $15 million a year, which I think the year they signed him, he wasn't doing too bad, but he hasn't really produced for the White Sox since he signed the contract. So sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But we've made some decent signings. I think we signed what, 4 or 6 players, or 5 or 6 players in free agency as we ground out yet again. He is killing us with that sinker. We signed 5 or 6 players, and I think all but one of them have done decently well. I'm not saying, great, all-star levels not, but they have definitely been an improvement since the year prior. And that'll be a fly out to end the inning, and that still is a 2-0 ball game through 3, as we just cannot get anything going. Another ground out to Montgomery. Shortstop to shortstop ground out. And George Springer's back up to Oh, back up to the plate. He takes another one for a ride, but luckily this one will stay inside the park as Hernandez will make the play there. He got another good rip with that one. I think we need to stop pitching him up whatsoever. He's turning on all those and taking them to left field as we get another ground out. And that's a pretty quick inning for us as we wrap back around to our half of the 4th inning with Gleyber Torres up to bat. Hopefully he can do something as we are currently getting no hit. Oh, geez. So we check swing there. And Gleyber Torres gets a nice rip, but it doesn't look like it's going to have any distance. It's not. Good timing. Just doesn't have the power behind it. I have only 91 off the bat. That's unfortunate for us. Pretty good timing. Almost perfect timing. That would have been an awesome way to get one back, would be a home run by Torres. And a 3-1 count here. He's really been working the bottom half of that zone. He's been working outside the zone very often as we 3 pitches in a row, 3 sinkers in a row, down below the knees, and that'll be a walk. Get our first runner on in the inning. And a little bit of a hit here. Is that going to get past? Yeah, it is going to get past, and that should be able to score one. As Robert Jr. has the speed to get all the way from first to home on an RBI double from Eloy Jimenez. And we get one back here in the bottom of the 4th. It's 26 RBI. Or no, is that 26? No, it's 26 double of the season. Eloy Jimenez comes in very, very clutch for us. Oh, as we look at a strike. I mean, it's strike number 3 at the knees. That sinker. Been thrown below the zone for the last few batters, but finally touches the zone there. Another 3-1 count here. He's kind of lost command of the zone just a hair. He does have a base open at first, so it's not going to hurt him too much if he walks the guy, and the umpire gives us a blessing there. There's a ball clearly in the zone, or a ball clearly in the zone. He called a ball. We'll have 2 runners on again for Colson Montgomery. And again, we work it to a 3-1 count with 2 runners on. If he's going to walk the bases loaded for Yoan Moncada, hopefully he will be able to produce, and that'll be a good pitch in the zone that we swing at, but it'll be a ground out, fielder's choice to shortstop. But Eloy Jimenez does get us one back here off that RBI double into the gap in right center field. And Robert Jr. was flashing a little bit of that speed that he has. 77 speed, not too terrible. Not great enough to still, consistent bases, but definitely can run very, very well when he needs to. As the ball sneaks right by Andrew Vaughn, and that should be a stand-up double for Mickey Alicio, I'm assuming. And we'll hold him at second there. Another leadoff double for the Blue Jays. Last time they got that, they went around to score. Oh, he's running. What are we doing? Throw the ball in. Oh, my. Literally, Fletcher is... Oh, his Alicio is hurt. That's unfortunate for the Blue Jays. But freaking heck. Fletcher's just throwing that ball in so leisurely, allowed him to get to third base. And then they're going to come around and score on that. I'm so incredibly frustrated. Like, they should not have scored a run there. Jeez Louise, man. And then that slider hangs up in the zone. They're going to be able to... Hopefully he can cut it off here. They will stop at third base. I'm so frustrated. We went from getting that out to a runner on second to a runner on third, and then scoring a little liner into center field. He's going to go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, my God. 2 bad throws, and they will score another run. The highs and lows of Major League Baseball, baby. I just can't believe the Fletcher thing actually ticked me off because he's like just, double pumping his glove. Freaking taking his time to throw it in, and it's like, what are you doing? So we get a nice little pop-up from that cutter that ran way inside on Guerrero, and it'll be a 4-1 ball game. So we are through the top half of the 5th. as Yomakata does get one to sneak right past Guerrero Jr. over at first. 98 off the bat. Not too bad of a swing there. We start off the fifth with a runner on base. And we're back to the top of the order with Fletcher having an 0 for 2 day. But hopefully we can turn that around for him. And they call that ball a strike. Fletcher's #1 fan. Glad to see those guys out. The umpire gives him a freebie there at the bottom of the zone. It should have been ball 4. Should have been 2 runners on. But unfortunately it will not be. We need to see the scorecard on this guy. Definitely been some controversial calls. But that will be ball number 4. That is his 4th walk allowed. No runners out, 2 runners on. We have a chance to really get some runs back here. As Teoscar Hernandez takes a freaking slurve that is in the zone. Perfect pitch to hit. 107 off the bat. Just takes a right to third base. And that'll be 2 away with a runner on third. That's just such an unfortunate turn of events. We were definitely looking like we were going to be able to produce some runs there very easily. And that double play is just a rally killer. And that is going to be a ground out to shortstop. Oh my goodness. We're getting good timings and everything. It's just like we're just not elevating the ball whatsoever. Ball's just staying on the ground. How does that ball that I put on the inner or outer half of the zone come 6 inches off the plate on the inside half of the zone when I have a perfect timing? Make it make sense. With 2 away here, hopefully we get this strikeout. Oh my goodness. And they are squeezing us. Man, I really do need to see a grade on this guy because he has called so many bad pitches for us. I mean, that one right there should have been strike 3. Didn't turn into anything. We still got the ground out at the end of the inning. But should have been strike 3. And then you have the freaking ball at the below the knees. That should have been a ball. It should have been a walk. Which we eventually got the walk anyways. So I guess it is what it is. But could have been some controversial moments for sure. As Luis Rodriguez Jr. gets some elevation. 33 degrees. But just doesn't get the bat behind it enough to score one. And drive one out of here. Eloy Jimenez with one of our 2 hits today gets his 2nd hit and our 3rd today with a little blooper over shortstop. Whatever gets the ball down doesn't matter. Finally, we're getting some bloopers back because they are going to relieve Jose Barrios and bring in Nate Pearson. Looks like he's having a decent season. 4.26 ERA, 3 holds. Average against lefties is actually kind of crazy. Average against righties not so great. As we work the count full here, his slider has an actual crazy movement on it. As we do get a walk, luckily for us. And that'll be 2 runners on. We've been in a 2 runners on position a lot of times in this game, and we just have not been able to produce. We're not getting a lot of hits, but we have been able to walk and work the count very, very well. As Vaughn gets a nice rip back up the middle, and we're going to send him home. As he will just sneak in there as they make a bad throw to the plate, and that'll be a 4-2 ball game. Andrew Vaughn with 103 off the bat. Drives in a run for us. Love to see that as Colson Montgomery comes back up again with 2 more runners on base. He needs to produce here for sure, and he does. He gets a rip nice into center field, and we're going to send him. Oh, hopefully he doesn't get the guy out there. And he will because we accidentally sent him. Oh, it's super unfortunate. Colson Montgomery 108 off the bat, and he brings the score just to 4-3. And that is why he's in the running for Rookie of the Year. I thought they caught it here. That's why I did a little snafu and sent the runner to third. Super unfortunate, but that curveball drops about 5 feet. Holy crap. Good timing, though. But we need to stay in this count, stay in this at-bat, so we can try to drive some more runners in a good inning. Good situation here, because if not, I feel like they're going to relieve. I feel like they'll relieve Nate Pearson probably either way if we get around here or at the beginning of next inning. But if we can get one more hit, maybe we can do something. As the count runs full for Moncada. He gets a little blooper in the center field. Will that drop? No, it won't. He will be able to make the shoelace catch there after he runs about 70 feet to make that play. Luckily for us, we are able to get 2 runs back. offer out of some good production from our bottom half of the order. Oh, as we saw Luzardo in, we're going to be putting in Jason Foley. Luzardo gave us six okay innings, allowed 4 runs. His ERA is definitely going to shoot up just a tick. Hasn't had the best outings for us in his first 2 starts, but we're going to hopefully pin that to new team jitters, and hopefully we'll be able to come back towards the last 2 months of the season and really be able to deliver, because we need to start having some wins. We're only 9 games back off first place, but we're 8 games back off the wild card, and we really need to start winning. We just have not been winning at the clip that I would have expected us to win at. So we're really behind the 8 ball when it comes to making the playoffs. At a minimum, I think we need to make. Oh, that's going to squeeze down the third baseline, and I'll go fair. He's going to round second and go to third. Is that? Oh, what's he doing going home? What is? Oh my, bat-fingered circle. What is that? What was that? Oh my God. That was so frustrating. Because that should have never in a million years happened. Why did he run? I hate this game sometimes. Oh, so weird. As I get another run. Jeez, and the runner moves up to third base. As we make the play at home, and that'll be out number 2. Saved a run there on that grounder to second base. I didn't know if we were going to be able to make that play, but we did. Thankfully to Torres. They are teeing off on Foley. But yeah, I expected us to be in the hunt for a wild card spot, which, I mean, we're only 8 games back, so it's not the end of the world. We can still make a run here, especially in the last 2 full months of the season left. But I was really expecting us to be in third place minimum, but just did not come about as we throw the ball home, and that'll be an easy. Oh my God. Oh my goodness, this game's just falling apart. I said an easy out number 3, and he misses the tag for whatever reason. He had the ball in plenty of time. I just don't. Sometimes this game is very, very frustrating. So we finally get a ground out that runs into a glove, and that'll be out number 3 as they score 2 runs on us. On some very interesting base running, very interesting everything, fielding, whatever you want to call it. Very interesting stuff in that half of the inning. As Fletcher gets a good pitch, middle, and just gets too much elevation on it, and that'll be another fly out. 98 off the bat. If he was able to level that out just a hair, I think that goes over the wall there in right field. With a full count here, we definitely worked the at bat a lot. We just ground out, man. Just no elevation on anything in this game. It's incredibly frustrating. Get good timing everywhere. It's just like we just can't get anything to work for us. As we will be keeping Jason Foley in. Hopefully he can not give up 6 freaking hits. And I think it was only 5, or 4, but hopefully he can work through those woes as they get another one right away here. So we're gonna get somebody working up in the bullpen in case we need them. He's a ground ball pitcher with that slider, changeup, circle change combo, and he's getting a lot of ground outs, or a lot of ground balls, I should say. Just the balls are not finding any gloves. They're squeaking through every inch of the infield, just passing up every single glove on the diamond, and it's incredibly frustrating. But we do finally get a ground out there that turns into a double play for us, so that's good to see. As we're going to leave him in for one more at bat. Hopefully he can stave off another run over there at first base or third base. No, it'll get through the infield. And that'll be another run scored by the Blue Jays. And we're going to relieve Jason Foley. He sucks. I don't know what else to say. He's just not been good whatsoever. As the count runs full here, we need to make this pitch. And we do. It'll be a nice little ground out to shortstop or third base. As we keep them from doing any more damage as they get one across. And a little weak ground ball through the infield. Like I said, he's a ground ball pitcher, and he was getting ground balls. They just weren't going in gloves. A fastball up and in the zone. We just can't get to it as we strike out. Regardless of what happened, we were striking out. If we swung, we didn't swing. It was in the zone, so we had to swing. As Eloy Jimenez does not get his third hit of the game, as Springer is able to make that grab there right before it hits the ground, which is extremely unfortunate. That would have been a nice little outing for Eloy Jimenez, even though the rest of our team is not doing jack squat. And a freaking slider in the zone will turn into a ground ball, 98-mile-per-hour ground ball. Ground out. It's just like, we're not, like I said, we're not getting terrible swings off. It's just everything is on the ground because we're not elevating whatsoever. And a strikeout looking for IKF, the leadoff batter here. So that is hopefully telling us good things to come. I kind of forgot Luis Arias is on the team. I noticed it at the beginning of the game, but he's been very quiet. He's got a hit. So, not that quiet, I guess. He's doing what he's doing, but I don't know. It's just been semi-quiet over there in the 2 spot. On the ground ball there will be kept in the infield by Torres, but it will not be an out as Guerrero Jr. turns on the wheels and is able to make it first base. I did notice in one of the tickers, well, is that Bo Bichette is like number 3 in All-Star voting as he grounds out to shortstop. He's 0 for 5 today, so he's like the best player on the team, not doing any harm to us. It's everybody else in the lineup. As Andrew Vaughn gets a nice rip off of a slider that was left in the zone. That'll be a ground rule double here to start the inning. As we're down 4 runs, we definitely need something to get a spark going. As a ground ball by Montgomery to first base will move up Bond to third. But that'll be 1 out. We need desperately to not get 3 outs. We need some runs. As that slider with a lot of wicked movement runs back out to the outside of the plate. That'll be out number 2. Good timing, though. Just wasn't able to capitalize on it. As Fletcher comes up to bat. As a little contact swing, we'll get a run in. That is a single by Fletcher. So he delivers here in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs away. And they will be bringing in Jordan Romano. I'm assuming who's their closer, but I'm not positive. A full count here for Teoscar Hernandez. Hopefully he can work a walk at a minimum, just not an out. But he had a swing there as the ball was in the zone. He does foul it off to stay alive. Good timing there. So they try to pick off Fletcher. I'm not running, buddy. I don't think I would try to steal a single base with anybody on our team. That is one thing we sorely are missing, is a speedster at the top of the order that is able to steal some bags. As we do get the walk here on a slider that did not run back inside the zone. As Torres is 0 for day, 0 for 4. Hopefully he's able to deliver here for us in a big way. And that is not the way you want to start it, with a fastball in the zone. Doesn't take a hack at it. As that slider does run back and get the inside of the zone. The front door slider buckles us, and that will be strike number 3, the last out of the game. And the boys didn't do too terrible. 4 runs. If Jason Foley just didn't absolutely obliterate himself on the mound and give up 3 or 2 runs in that last inning, I don't know. It would have been closer. Would we have been able to come back? Maybe not. But you can see here kind of the recap of the game. Harrison Bader, 3 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. Very good day for him. Jose Barrios only went 5 1/3. We'll only allow 2 runs. As Jordan Romano, I don't think he's their actual save. Our closer, he only has 4 saves in the season. Jesus Luzardo, again, 6 innings, 4 earned runs. Not great. Close to a quality start. Only 3 strikeouts and 6 hits. Our team just weren't really able to produce. We didn't have a single hit until the 4th inning. We did score 4 runs. We just weren't able to, keep pace with the Blue Jays. So after that loss, the Blue Jays, I want to take a look at some of the awards and look at the races there. So for MVP in the AL, you have Yordan Alvarez in first place, Bo Bichette, and then Nathan Lau. I think it's Nathan Lau. There's 2 guys. I think they're on the same team. I think they were both on the Rangers last year or this year in real life. And one pronounces it Lau, one pronounces it Low. So I'm not sure which way you're supposed to pronounce that one. Nathaniel Lau, not Nathan. And that is the AL. NL has Paul Goldschmidt out here. 307. Oh man, he's killing it. Pete Alonso, the new Pete Alonso of the San Francisco Giants, is in second place, and Shohei Ohtani, who may go back to back in the National League MVP race. Cy Young looks to be Shane McClanahan, Christian Javier, and then Luis Garcia. Man, the Astros should have a good chance to win the World Series with two of their top, or two guys in the rotation competing for the Cy Young. And then also the Dodgers have two guys, in Yoshi and Shohei, and then Ranger Suarez in third place. Coming for the batting title, you have Ryan Jeffers and Royce Lewis both on the Twins. So the Twins are a very, very good team this year, and they're in our division, so that's not so great for us. And Chaz McCormick of the Astros are competing for the American League batting title. American League. And then the National League, you have Brandon Marsh, Andrew Bogarts, and Ketel Marte. Interesting to see how that will break down. Luis Arias has won 2 of the 3 years in 2 different divisions. Interesting to see if he'll compete at the Cubs. And then Reliever of the Year award, Emmanuel Clase. He's been pretty dominant. We play him, time and time again, and he's always very, very good. And you have Andrew Munoz and Tanner Scott. Oh, let me show that. And then Ryan Helsley. Too many L's. Helsley, Clay Holmes, and Edwin Diaz in the NL for reliever of the year. And then Rookie of the Year award. Looks like Colson Montgomery is competing very, very good. It's a culmination of things. So, him being very good at hitting, or very good at fielding, and then also hitting a bunch of bombs, looks to be pushing him above Jace Jung, even though he has a better average, and even Edgar Arnaz has a better average than that. He has 33 RBIs and 13 homers, so that's also helping him out just a hair. And then in NL, you have James Wood, Matt Mervis, and Ronnie Mauricio. And then Hank Aaron Judge, Jordan Raphael, Jazz Chisholm, Mookie, and Goldie again. Jazz is coming around finally, it seems. And then Gold Glove, we have Garrett Crochet of the White Sox there. He has 1,000 or 100% fielding, which is super, super cool. If we can't compete in Cy Young, that'd be dope to see him get a Gold Glove. And then we're just going to kind of run through these a little bit quicker until we hit ours. Colson Montgomery fell off just a hair. I mentioned a couple episodes ago, maybe 2 episodes ago, that he was competing for a Gold Glove. He has fallen off a little bit. He has dropped a little bit. I think he was in first place. So, good to see him still competing for it as a rookie, though. So that's super, super cool. And then Robert Jr. also in second place. He was leading the Gold Glove conversation a few weeks back as well. Kevin Kiermaier of the Blue Jays has taken him over for that. Not sure why. Maybe the assist kind of put him over the edge. And then Eloy Jimenez DHing batting or Silver Slugger award. I mean, he's clearly the leader in average homers, and then he's 2 behind Whiteley for an RBIs, but I think being better in average and home runs kind of puts him above the threshold there. And then Gleyber Torres competing for the Silver Slugger at second base with Jose Altuve and Luis Arias. And that'll do it for the awards. Not too bad, seeing some guys, some familiar faces for sure. As we're going to simulate the season, I think we're going to try to play a player lock mode. Maybe we'll pitch against the Kansas City Royals at the end of the week here, and we'll probably try to get a couple more weeks. I think we'll probably try to extend or get the season over in at least or at most 3 episodes, probably 2, but we'll see as we get closer to the end here. As we are on here with Shoffin, no outs, 2 runners on, as he will be pushing it, and that'll be an easy tag out as we have to pump fake 2 or 3 times because I made a boneheaded decision to click the second base button. And that is a great way to keep the runner at first and also get a secondary out. Ooh, as we get Alejandro Kirk to swing. And that'll be a ground out to second base as he's able to easily make that play to first, with Kirk only having 11 speed there. Very, very slow guy. As Jose Leclerc is on to get the save with 1 out, runner on third and first at the corners. Ooh, as Kevin Kiermaier takes one for a ride, but it will drift foul, luckily for us. And that will score a run, blown save, lovely. And that's why I don't throw two seams. I hate two seamers. Worst pitch in the game. Convince me otherwise. We get a ground out. The play after a little blooper into left field scores one. As we're still tied here in the top of the ninth as Alex Cobb is on. Hopefully keep us tied with 2 runners on. Not doing too hot here in terms of keeping runners off base. Ooh, as we get a lovely call on the inner side of that zone. Barely touched the black, I'm sure. But I'm not going to complain when they give us freebies like that. And that another ground out by Kirk to Torres will be the last out of the 10th. Or top of the 10th. As we are able to get the win, as Vaughn hits a RBI single to score that runner from second base. Very good comeback. Or not comeback, but way to hold on. And Westcott, the new man up, is 2 for 4 today with 2 doubles, and he's the player of the game. Moments in back-to-back days as there are 2 runners on for the Giants. And we have Divya Garcia at the bump, trying to hold the game tied. We are having a tough battle here. I think the pitch count's up to, yeah, double digits. Jeez Louise. He's fouling off everything. As we get a double play ball to shortstop. And that'll be a bang play at first. So we do get the double play and out of the inning as Garcia is excited walking off the mound. But the Giants will score 4 in the 11th inning as Garcia gets the loss. As he went 3 2/3. But I'm not sure who gave up the other 3 runs in that inning. Coming on here against the division rivals, the Royals, in Kansas City, trying to get the save with Jose Leclerc with 1 runner on second, no outs. Vinny Pasquantino at the plate. And he swings through a slider middle of the zone. Definitely could have been a bad pitch for us, as he could have sent everybody home very easily with that one. As Torres makes a diving stop to get the first out of the inning, but unfortunately the runner will scoot up to third. So we're going to have to be very careful how we handle the next few batters. And that is a good way to start with the fastball right in the zone as we blow it by him. He fouls that one off a little early. So we're going to go to the circle change to try to punch him out here. And we do get him out. And we sit down Nelson Velasquez. That is 2 away. As Nick Prado takes his chance. And he looks at strike 1. And he lines on out to Robert Jr. in center field. That is our Gold Glove finalist, hopefully. If not, Gold Glove winner in center field. That'll put it away for us and give Leclerc another stave. As we take the series from the Kansas City Royals, and we simulate a few days as Fletcher is on a 10-game hit streak. See if we can continue that. 2 runners on. We are up by 1 here. And we line one, ground out to a double play to end the inning. Hopefully the boys can stay on to win it, and they do. They do get a win. As Leclerc is the player of the game and gets his 29th save of the year. As we're still 9 games back. We just can't get past that 9-game mark. As Drew Thorpe is on the mound with bases loaded, 1 out. Really need to get a ground out here. Spencer Torkelson at the plate, looking to drive in 4 runs here with a swing of a bat. He only is batting 189 with runners in scoring position, so hopefully he cannot come up to the task And he will strike out on this pitch. Oh no, he does get a decent hit. But Teoscar is running, and that'll be a good throw. And that'll be a nice relay there to get the out. As Drew Thor gets a double play, very, very unconventionally. But he gets it, and we are out of the inning. As he will be going into the top of the 10th with 2 runners on. And that'll be a nice little fly out to center field. And we will get out of another inning here. It's very, very good to see from the boys. And we do get the win. I think we sweep the Tigers here in Chicago. As Robert hits a 2-run home run for a walk-off. That is what you love to see out of your all-star, or superstar, not all-star, superstar player. And we do sweep the Tigers as we're 11.5 games back off the Royals. I want to... only 7 games back in the wild card, so we have moved up just a hair in the wild card. 8 games off 500, and we really, really need to keep this win streak alive, as we have a chance to score a few here. 2 outs. Eloy Jimenez at the plate, one of our better hitters this year. We're down 1 run in Chicago. Oh, and we get hit. We had a couple bad swings there, so thankfully he hits us. And Abner Uribe comes on. I actually have a very good baseball card. It's like 1 of 800. So that's pretty cool. Bases loaded for Abner. Teoscar Hernandez at the plate. Oh, probably should have ran on that. Oh, 59 speed though. I was very concerned that we were going to get thrown out. Don't want to make the last play at home on a pass ball. Maybe we'll regret that. Who knows? And the count is 3-0. 3 straight balls, and we are not going to be swinging. If we can get a walk here to walk in a run, that will be absolutely electric. Oh, as he dots 100 miles per hour fastball on the edge of the zone there. And he runs it to 3-1. But he does walk the guy as we stayed cool and calm and collected in the batter's box as we will walk home a run. And speaking of walk, Andrew Bettini has been walked twice today. If he can make it a 3rd, we will go up in this game off of walks. Hit by pitch and a walk to walk in 2 runs. That'd be amazing. But he doesn't. We swing at 1, and they will make the play. Fielder's choice at 2nd. But we do tie the game up, so that is very, very good at least. And we do take the win as Jansen hits an RBI double. So he comes through in the bottom of the 9th and walks it off for us. And that is super, super, super beneficial for him. 1 for 5 days, so very, very good for him to actually pick it up and get that 1 hit for us. We're on a 4-game win streak. Let's keep it going. 5-game, let's go. As Jairo Uriarte is injured, but only for a couple days. So we're going to keep him active. As Luzardo is throwing a shutout here, as the White Sox are up 3-0 in the top of the 9th. No outs. Hopefully we can continue and get Luzardo a shutout here for us. That'd be very, very awesome for him because he hasn't had a great year to start with the White Sox. Oh, as we get a little grounder up to 2nd base. And they call him safe. I don't know about that. I wish there was a way to review plays as we get pulled here. They give us the hook. They do put in our closer, and he's able to keep them at no runs and send us home with another win. And that is 6 in a row for the boys. Jesus Luzardo, not a bad day. 6 strikeouts, 8 innings of work, no runs. Didn't get the hit, so we wanted to get that win. Smart decision by the manager. And we have 2 more spots. It is finally September call-ups time, and we're going to look at who we want to call up. So we were able to move up a few guys into the majors. We have Oscar Colas. We brought him up yet again. He's been kind of a repeat September call-up for us, mostly because of our 40-man roster kind of predicament that we kind of fall in. I'm looking at this. Colson Montgomery has actually improved so much this season. He's 76 overall this year, which is super, super awesome. And then we also brought up Edgar Cuero. I didn't really want to bring him up, but again, with the 40-man roster and not having many pitchers to really move around and stuff, especially relief pitchers, we need to sign a few more guys in the offseason there. But not having many of them to move around is kind of a big predicament for us. And then one more thing I want to point out before we get back to gameplay. Grant Taylor. He's 72 overall. He's our 5th best pitcher, and he's in Double-A. So we'll have to probably move him around just a hair. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and promote him to Triple-A because he's definitely deserved it. And we'll demote Jared Schuster from Triple-A. Now we're going to demote Jake Edgar. He's not as good of a year as Jared Schuster. So that will do it for us in terms of revising our team just a little bit. We dropped a little bit in overall, but I think that will be a-okay. Hopefully, I'm not sure. As we dropped 2 in a row. Oh my goodness, 15-1. And we did promote Drew Thorpe to the starting lineup over Jake Woodford. So that'll be interesting. See, he does get the win, and Jairo Iriarte is no longer an injury in the minors, so that's good. As Robert needs a double to complete the cycle. This will be our first cycle in the series if he can do this. At least first cycle that we've played for. And we're up 4 runs on the Rockies in Colorado. Only 6 games back from 500. So we can sneak a couple wins from the Rockies. I think we'll be very, very close to getting that done. I want to try to finish above 500 this year, even if we can't make the playoffs. I think 500 is a good moniker, especially from last year. We'll be up like 30 wins or something. So that'll be very, very good for us. Oof. As he's laid on that curveball that hung way up in the zone. That could have been a good hit if it stayed fair. And working from a full count here, we should definitely get a hit or a pitch to hit. But we'll have to see. Hopefully we don't get walked. I want something to swing at. There it was. And we fouled it off. Good timing. Just again, the timing swinging is something to really work with. Even when you get good timing, it very much so up to the batter if he wants to put the barrel head in the right spot. And that will be a fly out. Not a terrible swing. It was a contact swing, so maybe if we swung. Normally we could have drove that out. But we will unfortunately not get a cycle here. As they made a comeback here in the 9th inning or 8th inning. Yeah, in the 8th inning. They scored 3 on us. But luckily, we're able to hold them off, and Leclerc gets the save, and Garcia gets the win, actually. So that's very good for us to see, as that is another win under our belt, and we're 5 games under 500. With another opportunity to get even closer, as Leclerc is going to come in to try to get the save in a 1-0 ball game. As a sack bunt here, but we will get the out at first. Never a bad thing to get one out. Doesn't guarantee them that they're going to score that run from second. They still have to hit them around here. Oh, as that could score him. But Robert's going to throw it in home, and that'll be safe. That'll be an RBI single from Jordan Beck, and that really stinks. It was a good throw by Robert. Perfect throw. It almost got him. Just a little too quick. Just not enough arm strength out there. I'm very interested to see how many saves I have blown for the Bears. We get a strikeout looking, and that would have been electric if we were still up 1, but unfortunately we're not. I'm interested to see how many saves I have blown or he has blown. So I feel like it has to be a lot. As we are up here with Torres, 1 out away, runners at the corner. Oh, and that'll be a freaking double play. Oh my god. Just like nothing is going our way. Jeez. And the Rockies come back and take one. That's super demoralizing, as we were up 1-0. It's a very good chance to win, and we throw it away in the 9th inning. As Jose Leclerc is tagged with a loss there as well. And this will be our last moment of the video as we're almost through September. I went kind of a little long. I kind of forgot low-key. But we hopefully can get a win back here. Still one like they stole one from us yesterday in the top of the 9th. 2 runners on. 2 outs. Last opportunity here for Andrew Vaughn. And that should do it. That'll be a measly fly out to left field, and the Rockies get another win against us. And we were close to 500. Now we're 6 games back once again. And that'll do for us in the video. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Actually, 7 games back. I thought it was 6. I gave us the benefit of the doubt. 7 games back off 500 here. We have a few games left to go in the season. Hopefully trying to get to that 500 mark. Definitely doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs. But we can start off a good foot for next year. We'll definitely make some trades in the offseason and see how that goes. But anyways, that'll do it for us in the video. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you wouldn't mind coming back for the next video, and I'll see you all in the next one.